everyone, we're here from the Serenity Retreat, episode 2. For those of you who don't know, I'm Jodie. I am from the Atelier Retreat in Eccleshall, and I'll hand you over to this lovely lady to introduce herself.
Hi guys, I'm Emma from Ascent to Serenity Support, which is an online emotional support service that I offer for burnt-out mums, stressed-out mums, mums that are in recovery, mums that have survived domestic abuse. And this week's topic, ironically, is mum burnout when coping is costing us. Actually, before I hand you back to Jodie to get us started, do you want to jump up, Jodie, and just turn that off so we don't have to start all over again? Perfecto. I want to just do a quick disclaimer that some of the things we're going to be talking about, such as mum burnout symptoms, can actually be symptoms of other medical conditions. So we do not replace medical advice, and if you feel, any sort of triggers or suicidal thoughts or harming yourself, we do advise that you contact 111, NHS services, etc., etc.
Yeah, we're equipped to signpost in the right direction as well. If you do, we'd rather you reach out so we can signpost than not reach out at all.
Yeah.
Right,
on that note, I'll let you do the opening.
I mean, burnout. It kind of is what it is. We do get to a point where we are literally like,
it is
physically, mentally.
It is. I don't know what you may perceive burnout to be, but for me, I think it's just where we get to a point as moms where we have taken on maybe too much to handle, and we end up in the cycle of continuing to take on added pressure, and it just ends up completely burning us out.
And it doesn't stop.
No.
And it also doesn't stop, like, I know you've got a child the same age as mine, but you've also got younger children.
Yeah.
So I think sometimes a lot of these things where we talk about this kind of thing, a lot of people think it's like little kids, small kids. My son, as we know, is an adult, fully grown adult, job, car. This week, for instance, the car's broke down. I was
just about to bring to that.
I'm now trying to run 2 businesses, going through a long-term relationship mess. Make sure he still comes first, like his career. I want his career to come first. I still want him to get to work and back. There's no bus route where he works, not in the time he works in. No one else lives the same side of town. So I'm literally, I think I'm doing the same journey, which in total is 22 miles at the minute, 4 times a day.
It's too much. And I think with the mum burnout as well, we feel obliged. So it's not
I kind of feel like I've got to. Like, there's no question. And I do, and I will.
You do want to. That's So I think it's a crossover of you can love and appreciate and really want the best for your family, but at the same time be completely overwhelmed and resentful of them as well.
Well, it's killing me a bit because I know a lot of things come down to money.
Yeah.
The financial impact is I'm not completely working both of my businesses properly because the times I'm doing it are right in the middle of the times of the 2 separate shifts. So it's like I'm losing
also
money.
Part of it though as well, like trying to find that motivation to do your work and do your work well, whilst not only dealing with what you're doing with your son, but relationship breakups, other outside noise. Then you've got like you like you say, financial strain, and it's so
you're just autopilot eventually.
Like it consumes, and many of us mask and appear to cope and function because we're pushing through and getting shit done. But just because we're pushing through and getting shit done does not mean that we're struggling.
Not actually getting anything
done.
No, because I'm getting nothing done, but everything done all at the same time.
But this is it. So it's like functioning actually looks like.
Yeah, and it's like with you at the minute, with it being the holidays.
Oh God,
school holidays. You've constantly got to think of something else, something.
I
more.
mean, I've resorted back down to the basics. You know, for the last few days this week, I've now spent doing things like tic-tac-toe and hangman.
They do love it though. They
because
do.
There's only so much. Like, what's that? I shouldn't offend actually, but what's that YouTuber that does that bloody skibbity toilet?
I have no idea.
Oh my God, it's like skibbity stupid shit. And you know, they make me watch this stuff, and I'm sitting there thinking, what happened to Tom and Jerry? Like, what happened to Looney Tunes? Why are we sat watching weird?
Do you ever leave it on though? I used to when my son was younger.
I physically can't leave this crap on. I'd leave cartoons on, hands down, but I cannot physically leave this YouTube shit on. They will sit there and make me watch these other children in America open Kinder Egg stuff.
Open
parcels.
See, I missed this because YouTube only appeared in 2008. Well, that's the year my son was born.
It is. I honestly feel
it with him.
Like Chester at the minute, he watches a load of South Korean men dress up as Spider-Man.
I think I've seen it on the show.
Doing weird shit in buildings, and it's like, it's a form of Chinese torture. I swear of it. And whoever invented things like Cocomelon as well, like that, the noises.
The only thing I think I've heard of recently is Miss Rachel.
Oh, see, yeah. So she is annoying as hell. Sorry, Miss Rachel, but she is actually brilliant, and she does teach the kids, you know, wealthy knowledge.
Things they know.
But some of the stuff, honestly, and I just sit there and think, right, telly's off now. I have to resort to switching my Wi-Fi off just to get them to do anything in this house, like make your own beds, come and eat, like go for a shower. I have to switch the Wi-Fi off.
I mean, we have completely just demonstrated there exactly why moms get burnout.
Yeah.
We said one small sentence, then we've completely gone off subject, talked about the kids and a million things we can think to say all in one go. Yeah. And our brain is just naturally doing that.
But it's that burns me out more than anything.
Yeah.
Well, that and the incessant scheduling of appointments.
It's not actually the children.
No.
It's the life.
Appointments.
It's life.
Activities, play dates, birthdays, holidays, Christmases. Like, Lucas is now 17 and needs driving lessons, and
they're so expensive now as well.
It's ridiculous. It's just
so expensive.
It's ridiculous, and it's completely overwhelming. It's completely exhausting, and you
don't find time to enjoy what you like, do you? Like, you don't.
You lose enjoyment as a parent. Like, it gets to a point where everything you pictured and imagined you would be as a parent, like Miss Rachel, you end up not being, and then you get envious and thinking, ugh, like,
we'll tag you, Miss Rachel, just in case you want to come along.
This is another thing that frustrates me with certain influencers, and this is why I think our podcast is actually important, because we're not going to sit here and show you all the beauty of parenting and all the aesthetically pleasing baking in the kitchen.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. When my lad was at school, I definitely was one of these parents that I used to cry when it went time to go back to school. I hated it. I hated it. But why was that?
I was 4 children ago.
Why was that though? Because I let him be my whole identity.
Yeah.
That boy is my whole identity. So when he went back to school, it was like,
what do I do now?
Okay, I've always worked and things, but even then it was just, okay, I'm just back to work now. I'm earning money to make sure he's got a roof over his head.
Did you know, I've wrote this down actually for memory, because obviously my memory's great. Not because of burnout, but international research involving more than 17,000 parents across 42 countries found that parental burnout varies considerably between countries and is more common in Western countries, which I find amazing. It
also makes sense.
Yeah, it makes massive sense. A later systemic review estimated that around 5% of parents globally and approximately 9% in Western countries experience this type of burnout. And I think one of the massive things it boils down, like, because even in America, I mean...
Is it real? Do you think it's real?
I do think
Let's
it's
be
real.
controversial here, because
I think
we're
like,
all
when
good at saying words like, I'm fatigued, I'm this, I'm that. We're all good now with TikTok and things like that, telling people, oh, if you have these 10 symptoms, you've got ADHD, or you've got this, you've got that. Is burnout actually real, or are we going down the chronic stress route?
No, I think it completely is. And the reason, I'll tell you for why. And I don't feel that this is a sexist gender bash opportunity. I think men get burnout as well.
Yeah.
However, statistically, we all are aware that women
generally take more of the load.
more of the load, because we are responsible for the scheduling, the food shopping,
and for the men.
The childcare. We have to do the childcare.
Like how many times, like, question for you guys as well in the comments, how many times does your school ring the dad or the mom first?
Listen,
it's always the mom.
I've had it before when two of my children that are experiencing difficulties, I was getting easily between 30, 40 phone calls a day. And that was when I was actually in
but naturally
a role.
It would be you
they never rang
it would be the mom. Both the numbers are generally on there for a lot of children. I understand there's a lot of circumstances where they're not, but overall the mom gets that call.
From a psychology point of view as well, though, the reason I think moms struggle more than dads with burnout.
Well, dads have got moms.
Well, that as well. But we don't just have the scheduling burnout or the fact that we have to work and do majority of everything as well, but we have to manage emotions and moods. We're the main disciplinaries. Like, we have to gauge, and there's so much circulation at the minute on like gentle parenting, and
it's not for me.
Listen,
gentle parenting is for gentle children.
That's another episode altogether. I don't entirely disagree with gentle parenting. I do feel there needs to be a level of boundary.
Firm and fair is never failed.
But there is parents that use chastisement and physical battery to keep their child in line, and I don't agree with that.
No.
However, that's a different episode. But it's and then trying to manage everyone's moods, and then if you throw in our own mood, like dysregulation.
What do you mean our own moods? We don't have moods, do we? We don't have moods. We don't have hormones that constantly mess with our body every single week.
I know everybody likes
every phase and every week, and we don't get affected. But what do you mean?
I know they like to gaslight us.
Oh yeah, because men don't get those hormonal changes, do they? Scientifically, they don't. That's
they don't get those changes, and they don't get as the older they get. It's more common for women to then develop underactive thyroids, which control all our hormonal changes. And then you go to the doctors with suspected underactive thyroid issues, just to be told actually you've got PMS.
Or fobbed off.
Yeah, and it's trying to navigate all of that. And another survey that was done in the UK reported 71% of mothers felt overloaded, and 71%. So if you take into consideration, I think the last time I checked a few years ago, the population of the UK was something like 65 million, whatever. Obviously, it'll be more than that now. 71% of women,
that's a lot,
feel overloaded, and 47% reported health issues such as depression and anxiety.
Well, what can we do? Like, it's all well and good. So I sometimes get a bit lost with, I never used to talk.
Mm-hmm.
Now I do talk and reach out. And now I'm like, hang on, no one can do anything anyway. No one can help.
They can.
What can we do?
I mean, by all means, access the service. No, joking aside.
I can't now. We have conflict of interest. So what can we do?
I mean, podcast is well away. I think that the first point of call that I'd advise everyone is understanding and recognising symptoms of burnout for a start. Because a lot of women may be experiencing burnout and not even realise.
Or like patterns of your own behaviour.
Yeah.
Like I know I can rage.
Yeah.
I am so irritable.
Well, I've actually wrote a few down. So obviously emotional symptoms is irritability, tearful, rage, emotional.
I wake up with a bloated tummy and then I'm skinny.
Reactive.
Same thing.
Frickin' hell. Feeling numb and detached, looking forward to them going bed. That's something that I absolutely do. Come 4 o'clock every day on point. I'm thinking,
I think for you though, there's a lot of allotness.
Yeah.
So like for me, my thing when my son used to go to bed, that I felt like it was sad.
Loneliness.
Like, come on, I need you to do something. Find me another project. It's like, for instance, today I was supposed to be picking my son up from work, and then he messaged and said, "Don't worry about it, Mum. My girlfriend's fetching me." Do you know how much that? Like, it didn't hurt. I love it for him, but I thought,
you don't need me. You
with
someone else now.
What? So then I'll moan about being overwhelmed, but then the second somebody does something to take a little bit of the load, I don't know what to do.
But that ties into the feeling like you're failing as well.
Yeah.
And then the guilt.
Whereas my lad has probably thought to himself, "Oh, that'll help my mum."
But this is where it's really important to recognise and understand yourself, because you do have, as we've discussed, BPD as well.
Yeah.
So a lot of your emotional symptoms could very well be mum burnout, but it could also overlap into other conditions.
Yeah.
Like myself with autism, I know I'm very reactive because of my autistic traits. If something's not done,
you need it there in black and white and answered.
Yeah, but it's also like if I like something done a certain way and it's not done a certain way, I have to really ground myself and let shit go, because I have to accept and appreciate not everybody wants to do
it in the same way.
And I have to be okay with that. And I'm not okay with that, and I know I'm not okay with that, but I have to find a way to be okay with that. And then that obviously goes into like the mental symptoms. You have like brain fog, you're unable to make decisions, you're overstimulated constantly. When you do have time to relax, you can't switch off, and you fantasize about running. That's something I do a lot.
I always feel like I'm being lazy, from watching something.
Yeah.
I'm like, why are you just sitting here doing this? Why don't you find something to do?
That's the crossover to the emotion. So you have a mental trigger that then triggers an emotional symptom as well. So if you're sat doing nothing, having very much the deserved time.
I'm like a side quest sister. That's what I am. You will always find me. How many times do you ask? I'm on a side quest.
Yeah.
I'm doing a side quest. And then I'll moan. I'm so burnt out. I've been so busy. Yeah, but you literally permanently on side quests. What are you doing?
Tell people no.
I can't.
Well, then that goes into the physical symptoms of exhaustion, headaches, changing your appetite. Mrs. I don't eat for 4 days straight.
Listen, I do not advocate that. I go through stages.
And low immune.
I've got that as well.
Low immunity. Like, I think one thing women do get when they've got burnout is they find themselves a lot more susceptible to viruses and illnesses.
Yeah, and you get susceptible to it. It's a big taboo subject. One thing I get a lot, if I am exhausted or burnt out, and I don't care, the internet can share it where it wants, I get cold sores.
Yeah.
All the time. You'll know, even my dad, I'll go to my dad and stressed out again, been doing too much again.
My little best friend who's 80, the kid's nan, she's the same. She you know what she puts on her cold sores?
Aftershave.
No.
Vodka.
She literally puts neat vodka on it. And then when it doesn't clear up after a few days, I'm like, you need to stop licking it off, Chris.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then what we end up doing physically is another, I didn't write that statistic down, I wish I had now, but women rely more, believe it or not, on caffeine, sugar and alcohol.
I only drink caffeine and sugar.
And alcohol on occasion.
Yeah.
But
that's what I mean. Like, I literally thrive off. I survive.
Caffeine.
I can go to sleep on a Red Bull and a coffee.
Yeah, and me.
I love that.
Although, to be fair, for 3 days now, I have actually.
There are other brands available.
I have cut off coffee. I'm really, really trying. I've been using my fruit tea instead, and I must say, doing that, I have been exhausted the last 3 days.
But you kind of thrown yourself out of a habit as well, which makes it difficult.
Yeah,
you can get addicted to caffeine.
So there is some coping techniques that we can do. So the first one is the minimum viable day. So if everybody, and that rule is, if everybody's safe, fed, if medication is important, meds are taken, and basic hygiene is completed, nothing else matters. Realistically, nothing else matters. If your kids are with you, allow it. If your washing up's not done, that can be done in the morning. Like if you're having a day where you're really struggling and you just...
I don't know why I'm saying yes, because it'd absolutely blow my head off, but I'm saying yes because
because everybody's different. So if you are a person that, you know, cannot physically allow shit to fall, then that's fine.
Sit in a different room.
We can find...
That's what I do sometimes. I make sure my bedroom is like tranquil and nice, and okay, there might be some washing up. I will literally avoid... I know I can't cope with not doing it, so I will avoid it. But avoiding things is another episode. Avoidance is not always the best tactic.
What I used to do, if the housework was over... I mean, I'm not necessarily a clean freak in the sense that everything needs to be clean because I don't like dirt. It's because...
it keeps your mind in order.
No, it's the autism. It's just everything needs to be... And when it isn't, because I've got kids, I've got loads of kids, and I've got other people I have to share my space with, and I've had to learn over the last 18 years that they're going to be grubby episodes of Grubby Little Tramps, and they are. And I have to sit there and cope with that, and it's very difficult, and then I get burnout, and then I have to ignore it. But on days where I don't want to clean, I avoid by taking my kids out, because then
you're achieving
my logic is
they're not making
I'm away from the mess. They're not making more mess. I'm tiring them out. We're getting fresh air, reconnecting with nature, because when I do go out, it's very rare I go to...
we don't go to like flip out
and things.
I go to outside, outdoors.
I go anywhere. I go wild swimming, den building, anything like that. And I feel good for it, to be fair. And then I come back and I find, because I've done that, because I've took myself out of the situation, I've reconnected with nature, I've felt good because I've got my kids away from screens.
And they're outside.
And they're out being children and they're getting dirty. And when we come back, they're actually tired. They eat the food they're given because they're hungry, because they've burnt that extra energy. They go to bed. I then find I have that little bit of energy then to get done what I needed to get done.
Yeah.
And it's that reset. So that's the minimal viable day is definitely the one to do. You also have the 3 list method as well, which is something that I'm going to enforce on a few of my friends.
I feel like she's looking at me. Maybe there's someone outside.
Yeah, well, there's you.
I feel like there's someone outside.
I hope my sister doesn't take offence at me mentioning my sister, but my sister and another couple of my friends. But the 3 list method would absolutely benefit them. And that's what the must be done today would help, but isn't that important? Not my responsibility. So
she's looking out the window again.
I'm looking directly at you. So things that need to be done today is the obvious. You know, make sure your kids are fed 3 times a day. Make sure they've brushed their teeth, had washes.
See, I am lucky there. I don't have to do that anymore. Yeah. None of those things. Okay, my son is still my child.
Well, yours would be in this situation. Make sure Adam gets to work. Make sure he gets picked up from work. Make sure he's got food at home.
But I still feel we can't diminish the fact that there is still space there for me to still feel burnt out. There's still I bet my dad and mum feel burnt out from me still.
Absolutely.
Like,
I know my dad absolutely categorically.
She said that.
Because I know we're very similar.
Don't. Your dad is definitely burnt out from you. Thanks, mate.
Because we're similar, and I know that my dad.
I know what he's going through.
Literally,
all right.
But another way to help, this would probably be more relevant for someone in your situation over someone in my situation, would be to reduce the decisions.
Yeah.
So it's okay to repeat meals. If you have spag bowl 3 times a week, fucking have spag bowl 3 times a week. If you're having council dinners every day, so chicken nuggets,
like pot
pizza,
noodle sandwich.
Yeah. Like, who gives a fuck? You're
I don't
eating.
care.
You're eating. And if you create, like, basic routines, not ones that are, like,
I do have
rigid.
routines. I do things like, before I go to sleep and settle down for the night time, I get out the cupboard and the wardrobe, my pants, my socks, like I'm a child still.
That's
so that in the morning when I get up and I'm already thinking at 100 miles an hour about the day, I haven't got to think about that.
Well, it's funny you say that, because one of the things I've actually put on here is keep essentials in one place.
Yeah.
And you could always choose outfits as well for the week ahead, or even a few days ahead if a week ahead's too far and you're not sure on the weather.
What, we don't wear the same clothes all week?
I mean, parents
It's
do.
been known.
We do. The moms do. I'm on about for the children.
Oh, the children. Of course.
But the biggest thing I always try and draw on with people that I support, people I speak to, even friends that I help, regulate before you react. Now, I know that is a little difficult sometimes, because when you aren't aware of your triggers.
Oh, I'm aware.
And they go.
Oh, they're going.
It's hard to pull it in. But I think for mom burnout, we need that time. We need that time. So it's okay to say, look, I'm overwhelmed. I just need 2 minutes. And then you count to 5, make sure both feet are on the floor, relax them shoulders, proper drop them, and you breathe in less than you breathe out. And what I mean by that...
Is it in for 7, out for 11?
No.
That's what they used to teach me at anger management in primary school.
I'm not going to lie. A lot of women these days vape and smoke. If you breathe in for 11 and
in for 7
and out for 11, people are going to be like, ugh.
Yeah, that's what they used to do with me at anger management.
I tend to do in.
Not that I've had problems.
Okay. I tend to do in for 4, out for 7. That's what I tend to do. But
can they not both be odd numbers? I can't deal with this.
In for 4, out for 8. That's cool. That's cool. But I think that the emphasis is you breathe out longer than what you breathe in, because that tells your nervous system that you're safe and you're relaxed. And then name 5 things that you can see, because that will bring you back into the here and now. So when your brain's going 20 miles an hour thinking about loads of different things, you need your nervous system to know that you're safe, you're okay, and you need to be brought back into that moment. So you focus on 5 things that are in your vicinity that you can mention. And then once you are calm, then address the situation.
I think that's a good point for us to look into more for maybe next episode.
Oh yeah, for sure. I can give grounding techniques and things,
because we get mom anxiety about all sorts of things. I think that's a great point to hold on to.
Yeah, and I think mom burnout isn't evidence that you're a bad mom. It's just evidence.
Probably evidence you're a good mom.
Yeah,
because you're doing things.
It just means that you're taking on.
You wouldn't be burnt out if you weren't burning yourself out doing stuff.
Yeah, and
it doesn't matter if you think that a lifestyle like Emma's, let's say, with 7 multiple children, 7 children, is burnout, or a lifestyle like mine. It doesn't matter if you feel like, oh, I can't be burnt out. All that feels like it's burning me out is packing one child's lunch every day. You are still entitled to feel burnt out.
I think
you shouldn't compare.
Yeah, and I think in this day and age as well, for example, we throw a load of...
there's too many comparisons.
But there's diagnoses as well. So, like, I could sit here and, Joe's got BPD, I've got autism, I've got CPT. I reckon you've probably got a bit.
I've probably
PTSD,
got. I mean, after the sock thing,
it's very, very apparent. And we do. I don't know about you. I don't say it to feel like when people say things, and I'm like, oh, just excuse me, I'm autistic. I don't say it because I want the statement or the name. I say it so people understand I'm actually doing things a certain way because of a disability that I have got.
Unfortunately, mine doesn't tend to give that level of empathy.
No.
Because it's very explosive. But again, you just have to be self-aware.
But what people actually probably don't realise about me, and this is people not necessarily strange on the internet, but people that know and love me.
They're not strangers. There are people.
You are peeps. Yeah, okay, but to me, they're still strangers. I'm realistic, you know.
The autism is making her go, but I haven't met them.
Logically, I've not met you.
No, you're our people. If you're coming here to watch us, you're our people until next week when I'm like, no, I don't know them.
Yeah, exactly. That's the BPD. But it's actually my hemochromatosis, because I've got hemochromatosis type 4, which is an hereditary condition, and it causes some fucking nasty symptoms, to be fair. And obviously we've got to have venisections now for the rest of my life, me and my sister, and all the kids have got to be tested. It's that shit that actually
weighs on your mind as well. It's like, oh, my own children have now got to be tested for this. There's something else to feel burnout about then.
And then it's a never ending cycle. So I think, you know, I could give you all the techniques in the world. Trained psychologists could give you diagnosis and all the trained therapy in the world. We are not going to be perfect, and we are still going to have days where we swear too much, we drink too much, we get overstimulated, we shout too much. And I think it's just recognising.
Or we don't. We just shut down.
Yeah, we shut down.
In burnout, we just literally shut down and don't speak.
But I feel like that needs to be accepted more.
Yeah, I don't think it should be held against us. But what do you guys feel like gets you to the point of being burnt out? Can you recognise when you're burnt out? Can you recognise that one? What's that saying? The straw and the donkey.
The straw that
is it a donkey?
It's a camel.
Oh.
The straw that broke the camel's back.
There we go. What is that? Leave us a
comment.
A bit of a Let us know what's your donkey.
You did. But yeah, on a serious note though, because we're going to wrap it up now because we've been chatting shit.
And my back's sweating on this really nice furry cushion.
I know, yeah.
And my
we're not in the salon
nearly
this time.
empty.
Well, I quite like.
Yeah, it's better here. I think.
I know, but I do love your salon.
Feels like we're at home. We are at home.
I do love your salon. I think when we have a few guests, we have got some guests lined up.
We have.
I think maybe we should do some, like, I don't know, at the Italia retreat where they're having.
We could do some treatments, through treatment.
Yes.
Oh,
I'll do the interviewing while you do your magic with your hands.
Yeah.
I don't mean that pervertedly. Oh my God, that sounded awful.
Wow. On that note, thanks for coming to episode 2.
And if you need help with my burnout on a more in-depth one-to-one basis, then obviously contact me at Ascent to Serenity.
Yeah, and if you just need a break and
a reset,
go
to Jode at the Italia retreat. Atelier? Atelier.
It's French.
It's France.
Français.
Bonjour, ça va? Oui, ça va bien, merci à vous.
Right, I can only actually say the name of my business in French, but thanks for coming. Bye.